Hi guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I have another speed build for you, and this is a beach house. Now I wasn't originally ever going to do a beach house because there was this like moment, I think it was when the backyard stuff pack came out, like everyone was doing beach houses and they were all very good. It's not that I don't like beach houses, I was just kind of a bit over it. I was just like, okay, I don't think we need to do any more beach houses at this point. But I then got the backyard stuff, and I kind of get why people want to do it now. So yeah, I have the backyard stuff pack now, and I was just like, I'm gonna do beach house too, just to, you know, follow the trend and, you know, be a part of that bandwagon. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed doing this build. I really wanted to do a build that used a lot of like pinks and purples and just a lot of pastel colors. And this is what I came up with. I didn't want to do just like a regular beach house because I saw, again, like, because there was so many of them going around, I saw a lot of those, and it's not that they're not very good, I just wanted to do something a little bit different, so this is what I did. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I didn't really know where to start. I remember when I built this, like, Jesus, how long ago was it? Like, it must have been like a month ago maybe. Yeah, I built this and I was just like, I have no idea where to start with a beach house, but yeah, as always, you get there in the end. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I put it on stilts. I'm not entirely sure why, because I mean, well, I saw a lot of other people putting their houses on stilts, but like, I'm not entirely sure why they need to be on stilts, but I was just like, I'm really just like gonna follow the crowd on this one, obviously. I was just like, I don't need any originality, but you know what, I think it looks good, and yeah, it's fun, you know, it's fun. It's just something a bit different, you know, anyway. So this is kind of like a family house. It's got 3 bedrooms, 1 master bedroom with like a double bed and stuff, and then 2 kids bedrooms, which are very cool. I used a lot of the kids, what is it called? Is it just like the kids stuff pack? I used a lot of that stuff because, as I've spoken about previously, I wasn't gonna get the kids stuff pack because I didn't really care about it, but then I got it and I love it. So here I am, just, you know, contradicting myself at every possible moment. But yeah, no, I'm really impressed with the kids stuff pack, because again, as I've said before, like, kids are not like my favorite part of The Sims. Like, a lot of the time, I just don't really care that much about the kids because, well, I've never liked okay, it's not that I don't like the kids in Sims, it's just that I don't know, they're not my favorite. My favorite age is the young adult because, you know, you can do everything, but also you still have loads of time to go or something. I don't know. Either way, kids aren't my favorite part, but I do like them a bit more with this stuff pack, it has to be said. So I would definitely recommend getting it if you want, or if you are someone that is like obsessed with the kids. Like, you know, there's a whole thing about like people wanting toddlers and stuff. Well, that is not me. I know I've spoken about this all before, but like, toddlers are just, I really am not like a big fan. I really didn't like them in Sims 3. Like, I found it very like demanding almost. Like, I didn't want to teach a kid to walk. I just didn't want to do it, and I didn't want to teach a kid to talk or any of that stuff, or oh my god, potty training was the absolute worst. Like, in my opinion, I know that some people probably found it really cute and like endearing and stuff, but I just wanted that done as soon as possible. I was not a fan, if you can tell about that, but yeah, no, I mean, obviously everyone has different opinions, but like, ooh, that was not my favorite. Oh, surprise yawn. Oh god, I'm sorry about that yawn. Oh yeah, before I carry on, those lamps that I just placed, like the ceiling lights, the like pink and white ones, they are huge. I didn't realize how big they are, but they are ginormous. And if I do eventually put like a TV on the wall, and that lamp just completely blocks the TV. It's just like right in the way, so you might want to delete that, or and you know, replace it with a different light. If you don't have the, I think those are from the Backyard stuff pack. If you don't have that, then you won't have it in the game anyway, but if you do and you download this, then that is something that you will probably want to change. I mean, it doesn't actually affect your Sims in any way, but for me, like, I was just like, this is not good enough. This isn't good enough. So, yeah. I really wanted to make this house, well, I wanted to make it sort of homely and kind of cozy and just like a comfortable house. But I also wanted it to be quite airy and like feel kind of like fresh and like modern. So I kind of did it sort of half open plan, half not. Like there's hardly any doors apart from in the bedrooms and the bathrooms, but like especially down here it's very like open plan. Well, not open plan, but it's kind of, you know, it's open enough, but you still feel like it's comfortable and sort of cozy, if that makes sense. I personally really like this kind of layout. I think open plan can sometimes be too open and it just gets a little bit much where you don't have any privacy and it doesn't necessarily feel super comfortable. It's kind of very manicured, I guess, and it's not that that isn't very nice, but like I personally, if I was living in this house, I wouldn't want it to be super open plan, because as much as I do like open plan stuff, I also am not always super into it, because I'm someone that really likes my privacy. So I get like anxiety about stuff, and the other day, because I've ordered some stuff off Amazon, and the doorbell rang, and I was like in bed and I was like half asleep, and the doorbell rang and it was the postman. But like for me, that like just completely set me off, because I don't know why, because I don't particularly like opening the door anyway, but like that particular instance, I was like lying in bed and it woke me up, because my doorbell, right, because we rent this house, this is not like, we don't own this house, and it's just so violent, the doorbell. It's like a horrible sound. I absolutely hate it, and people just like, they'll press it, and it's not one of those one that goes ding dong. It's just like, if you press it, it will keep going. It's just like this horrible like jarring sound, and it just doesn't ever stop until you take your finger off the like buzzer or whatever. So people just like press it and hold it, and it like, it's so horrible. Like I really hate it. I'm not someone that's like particularly affected by sound, but like that doorbell, I swear to God, it's horrible. How many times do I have to say this? I absolutely hate it. So I was lying in bed and I was like asleep, and someone was just like constantly like ringing on the doorbell, and it kind of sounds really intimidating. Like it's like a answer me kind of thing. It's not like a hello, I'm here. It's like it just sounds really like violent, and like, I don't know, it just sounds aggressive to me. Anyway, so I was like asleep and I heard someone like continually like pressing the doorbell, and I was just lying in bed and my heart was like racing, because I was like not ready for it, and I was just like lying in bed like, and I was like staying like super still. It was very odd, but I like absolutely hated it. Like I've never had like such a strong reaction to that doorbell until like the other day, when I was just like lying in bed like having like some sort of heart attack because the doorbell was ringing. But anyway, that was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that experience. I would definitely like recommend it for everyone, because it was so much fun. But anyway, so that was not very nice, and yeah, I would do anything to get that doorbell changed. It's horrible. I would like insert a sound clip, but I would, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of can't be asked, so I probably won't. Maybe one day, that would be exciting. Hear the horrible doorbell. Anyway, so yeah, just kind of going around with decorations and stuff. I really wanted to put that like string of pictures somewhere in the build, because I love it. I think it's so cool. I'm so glad that they brought that back, but it's so bright. Like it is very white and intense light that sort of comes off it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not my favorite thing, if that makes sense. So yeah. Whew. So Anyway, how is everyone? How is everyone? I was going to talk about the city pack, which I'm very excited for, because I can't remember if I've actually spoken about it in a video, but I'm very excited for it. It's funny because I follow a lot of simmers and, you know, people on YouTube that I watch, or, you know, like influencers or whatever on The Sims. And a lot of people, I was following, I can't remember what it's called. Is it called just like the Sims community? I kind of unfollowed them because they tweet a lot and I'm someone who's just like, I use Twitter very casually, and if someone like starts flooding my timeline, I'm like, goodbye. But yeah, so they were doing, because obviously the trailers and stuff have come out for the Sims. Is it like City Life or City Living or something? Yeah, a lot of trailers came out and stuff, and people were doing very like in-depth sort of like figuring out what is in the game and, you know, the new objects and stuff. And I'm really not someone that likes doing that. It's very exciting and I can understand why people want to do it, and, you know, I'm not bashing anyone for doing that, but like I'm definitely someone that likes to, I don't know, I don't want it to be ruined for me. I don't want to know what's in it until it's out, you know. I take a lot of joy in like discovering it for myself. Like, I don't know, like I really enjoy that process of like opening the game for the first time and like looking through the menus of like, you know, things that are in the game and stuff. And I don't know, I don't want that to be ruined for me, because like that really is like such a fun time for me. Like that is one of my favorite parts about getting a new stuff pack, is, you know, discovering what's actually in there, because I don't like watching the trailers or anything. So, well, I do watch the trailers because I want to know if I actually want it, but like I'm not someone that would go and watch the trailer like 75 times to like see what's in the stuff pack. And again, like I totally get why people want to do that, but it's not for me. So I'm very excited about seeing what's in it, and I'm very excited about, I don't know, just all the, I'm very excited about the fact that we've got new like cultures. I feel like that's a weird way to say it, like because we're getting headscarves finally. Like I don't really get why headscarves weren't in the game from the beginning. Like I find that a little bit strange. But like I don't know, I'm just very excited, and I'm very excited for the new world. It looks, from the pictures that I've seen, it kind of looks a lot like, I can't remember what it was called, but it looks very similar to the world we had in the Sims 3 city expansion, which is very cool. Like it looks like it's got, you know, like a city area, and then it also looks like it's got like a bridge, or like kind of like an island with more sort of normal residential housing, which I think is very cool, and I'm very much looking forward to playing with that. I don't, you know, I'm glad that they've got rid of the like subway system, because that was so bad. Like it just didn't work very well. I loved the idea of it, but in Sims 3, like they would go in the subway and they'd get a train, and then they'd get a taxi. Like they wouldn't get the train anywhere near where you like want them to go, and then they'd get a taxi somewhere else, and it kind of was just like, why? Or they'd like run for 7 miles instead of getting the train, and I don't know, it just didn't work very well. Although, you know, again, I really like the idea, but we don't have the same traveling system anymore. We've just got like loading screens, which I think in some ways is very good, because I think it makes the gameplay a lot more, I don't know, I think it makes it smoother, because you don't have to spend hours, you know, watching your Sims driving somewhere or anything. And it also makes, you know, the loading makes it a faster game. Like, I don't know if you guys had many like expansion packs, and even if you didn't, like The Sims 3 was a very slow game. I think The Sims 4 is a very, I don't know, it just seems a lot more friendly for, I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I just like think it's just a lot smoother, and it's just a lot more easily playable game, you know? So that's my opinion, and that's very important, clearly. But no, like I think a lot of people don't like The Sims 4 because like just completely contradicting what I've just said, but I think a lot of people really enjoyed that aspect, and I did. I enjoyed it. It made the gameplay slower, but you know, I still enjoyed it. Like, I think people aren't so keen on the fact that there isn't necessarily a lot of traveling, and a lot of people want cars and stuff, which I don't think we're ever going to get. Like, a lot of people, I hear a lot of you know, builders or whatever saying, I hope we get cars eventually, and I just don't think we will, because there's no need for it. Like, our Sims don't necessarily like travel anywhere using that. Like, even if you click on, if you're like out in the world and you click on, you know, another building to go in, you'll still get a loading screen. Like, I know, I don't see how we'd ever have cars, but I can understand why people want them. I wouldn't mind them just so you can have like garages and stuff in houses, but just for building purposes, really. I don't think there's any real reason why they'd put them in for gameplay. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I've got a very sore throat now. I've done this voiceover, it must be like 7 or 8 times now. Oh god, and it just, I don't know if anyone ever talks, like, for me, I never talk like this much ever, apart from when I do voiceovers, because I don't know, I just don't think people continually talk this much for, you know, a long period of time. I'm sure there's people that do, but I am definitely not one of them. I'm actually not a super talkative person, but yeah, like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of, my voice is not used to it, so my voice like hurts, and I wonder if the more I do voiceovers, my voice will kind of, I don't know, get used to it, and I don't know, but we'll see. I guess check back in a few years to see if I'm still doing it, and also if my voice still hurts. Probably will, because it's not like I do this every day. Like, I only do videos once a week, so it's not like I'm continually talking at this speed and at this length and, you know, like this detail. Like, I never really like take a break, and that's very much on purpose, because I don't necessarily enjoy listening to talkovers where people are just like, so yeah, so I did this, and then, you know, I like, some people really like that, but I personally, I much prefer listening to a voiceover which someone always has something else to say, you know, like there's like a continuation of speaking. But hey ho. Anyway, I really wanted to make the outside very kind of, I've really started using light a lot more, and I will explain what I mean. I've started using, making sure that lighting, I mean, you should make sure that the lighting works anyway, but I think lighting is a very powerful sort of thing to use in Sims, because you can definitely make something look a lot more interesting with lighting in the right place, because the thing is that light really like adds depth and stuff, and if you just have everywhere extremely lit up, then it's just very bright, and it kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't seem, I don't know, it kind of like adds detail in a way. I don't really know why, but it just does. I'm sure someone that actually knows what they're talking about, like some sort of like graphic designer or something, would actually know what I mean, but personally, I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. I just think it like adds detail in a way, so yeah. And yeah, I really enjoy, I don't know if anyone has noticed, but I do, obviously, because I'm the one building the house, but like, I try to avoid using loads of ceiling lights. I much prefer, well, first of all, a lot of the ceiling lights in this game I don't particularly like, because a lot of them kind of, if they like hang, then the light will only cover like half of the room, like the lower half of the room. If there's, it will just, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but like the ceiling light will hang and then it will light up whatever's underneath it, but then all of the walls like above the ceiling light, it just looks like death or something. Like, it's just completely black, and I'm not super keen about that, because I just, well, I don't think it's that realistic, but I just don't think it looks that good. So yeah. I really wanted to use this map because I don't think I've ever used it. It's like this wooden thing. I think it was from, was it from like Spa Day? I cannot remember, but I don't think I've ever used it, and I was just like, today's the day. Woohoo! And I used that pink tree, I used that pink tree, but also a big pink tree sort of in the background, because I've never ever used one, and I just thought it would look good with this build. Like, I always use like the same trees. Like, if you don't know what tree to use in your build, a good thing to do is just like look around at the trees that are like not on the lot, so like the trees that are around it and like the bushes and stuff. But I was just well, not today, but this time I was just like, screw it, we're having a pink tree, and I think it looks kind of cute. I mean, it's, you know, it's not hugely realistic. I'm sure there is, excusez-moi, I'm sure there is a tree out there that looks like that. But anyway, talking of French, as I said, excusez-moi, I went to Paris recently with my BFF Jess, who has a YouTube channel, by the way. She's in my like related channels description thing if you want to check her out. She does like makeup and stuff. But yeah, we went to Paris, and it was really nice. We did a lot of, we had 3 nights. 2 of the days were kind of just traveling, and then 2 of the days in between were doing stuff. So the first day that the first of the like full days that we were there, it was like non-stop. we did like everything. We did I'm gonna butcher these names now, get ready for it. We did the Arc de Triomphe. We did Le Louvre. I cannot say these words. What else did we do? We did Notre Dame, and oh god, oh yeah, Eiffel Tower. We went to the top of the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, because we went on a Tuesday that we did all this. Apparently the Louvre, you know, the big triangle thing, that is closed on Tuesday apparently, so we didn't get to go in, and we wanted to see Mona Lisa, but we couldn't because it was closed, so it's fine. You know, it's weird actually. I don't know why, but I had this dream, or like, because, okay, I'm someone that's really into like conspiracy theories, like I live for that shit. And I just think, because obviously we've got like Mona Lisa and stuff and all these very like famous paintings, and also while we were in France, because we couldn't see inside the Louvre, we decided we'd watch the Da Vinci Code, because you go inside the Louvre. I can't say it. I'm so embarrassed about it, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Help me. We decided to watch the Da Vinci Code, and I'm just like convinced, like in my mind, I have no proof or evidence, but I'm convinced that the actual Mona Lisa isn't on display. Like, I'm like convinced that it's like a fake, because I just have, that's my conspiracy theory. So anyway, these are the screenshots. I hope you like them, and you can see some of the stuff has been deleted, but it's fine. But yes, so thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun building this, and yeah, I enjoyed using different colors and, you know, things that I don't necessarily use all the time. And yes, so thank you guys for watching. It does mean a lot. I'm not someone that's like super like bothered about like view counts or like subscriber counts or anything, but I do really appreciate like people that, you know, watch my videos, because I would do this regardless, because I really enjoy doing it. But like, you know, it means a lot that people want to watch my videos, because, you know, I do put a lot of effort into them. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this. And I will see you next week for a Halloween build. Ooh, all right guys, I'll see you later. Bye.